Hey team, so today we're going to talk about 3 different ways that you can start improving your jump mechanics, your landing mechanics with relation to box jumps. So box jumps are a great way to start progressing the body overall, coming off of an injury, returning back to sport, or just for general fitness overall. So box jumps are something that as a physical therapist we will use as we return an ACL individual, a knee surgery individual, a hip individual, and return them back to sport. But also there's been a high level of research that's looked at jumping mechanics in relation to ACL tears. So if we can start strength training, jump training, and help improve some of the pre-existing conditions that affect individuals that lead to an ACL tear, then we're going to do it. So one way is jump mechanics. So I'm going to show you 3 ways that we can start improving our jump mechanics with relation to sport, fitness, or overall recreation. So let's get started. So I have some foamed, firm boxes that we'll use. They have different sizes on them, from 24 inch, 20 inch, or 30 inch, depending on the size you want. So here, we're currently at the 20 inch because I'm not a leaper. So what we're looking to do is start up on top of the box. And the first thing we want to do is we want to work on our landing mechanics. So our landing mechanics is as we land to the ground, we want our knees and our feet to be somewhat even as we land. We also want to create some of that energy, or generate or absorb that energy through our legs as we land. We don't want a stiff knee, but we also don't want it to collapse and have our heels go touch our butt by going down so far. So we want to absorb that energy so we're in an athletic position, and then we can move from there. So as we land, we want our knees to be even with our toes or a little bit outside. So here's an example. So I'm absorbing as I'm coming through, I'm landing, my knees are a little bit wider than my toes or even with my toes. So let's show you again. So I'm absorbing that force as I come down. So that's a pretty basic and easy activity to do as long as you don't have any pre-existing conditions or pain. So let's take it to the next step. We always want to include a change in direction as well, because sports involve us to change direction as we're moving. So as we're going to land, we're going to land with, again, our knees so that they're pretty much even with our feet or a little bit wider, and then we're going to cut one direction. We can land and then cut right, or we can land and cut left. Many times in sports, this is what happens. We land and change direction. We're playing basketball. We land. We come out of that rebound and we move up the court. We change a direction in softball, baseball as we're stealing, moving, changing positions from first base to second base. So we use it all the time in sport. As you land, now you're going to cut and change direction like this. Then you're going to come on back. We're going to hit it again. And now I can go the other way. So there's 2 ways that we can start with our jump mechanics. Basic landing and then landing with a cut. The third way is to start with 2 boxes. So again, I have them both at 20 because obviously I'm not a leaper. And what we're going to do is land and then hop up onto the box. The key on this is we want to change direction from the amount of time that we have on the ground as quickly as possible. We don't want to land and get ready and set and then jump up on the box. We want this to be a land, pop right back up. So it's a quick boom, boom, right up onto the box. So we're going to land, and we want the least amount of time on the ground when we jump up. But we also don't want to land stiff and then not have any explosion and pop back up. So we want to absorb that and quickly turn it into power to where we can go to the next box, like this. Again, show you one more time. Land, jump. So you could see 3 different ways that we can do these box jumps. Very handy, helpful. I prefer the foam boxes because if you miss on your jump, especially at the higher levels, you're going to just eat up your shins right across from the metal ones or the wooden ones. So, easy way that you can do this successfully without hurting your knees, hurting your shins. But again, team, this is 3 ways that you can improve your jump mechanics with something as simple as a box jump. Hopefully this was helpful for you today in your training and in your progression of sport. Other than that, thanks for watching and keep rising as always.